Good morning, everyone. This is Carly Bell with Vitality Forever. I am at Toscana Country Club, Zenergy Health Club and Spa in Sun Valley, Idaho, as well as the Civic Center here in Palm Desert. I'm your corrective exercise specialist, neurodegenerative specialist, and trainer. So today's discussion is on knees. You know, unfortunately, as you guys are out there playing, maybe you're skiing, maybe you're cycling, or just living, you might notice that your knees are taking the brunt of it. So there's some simple activation exercises and stretches that you can do that will alleviate knee pain. I'm really cold, so I'm going to stay in my jacket as I show you these things. So number one, we're going to start off with stretches. Now with your knees, I think it's really important to understand that when your fascial tissue is super tight, it can pull on the joint itself. So start off by releasing your hip flexors as well as your calf and your IT before you go into your neural activations and then strengthening. So here we go, and I'm going to make it real short. Step one, low lunge. So I'm going to let my back foot fall to the floor. Come down low into position, so I'm in an anterior pelvic tilt. Keep this front foot at true north. Reach up and extend with my right hand since I'm stretching my right side, and then fold over like a banana. And I would hold that for about a minute. Stay on this side and then go into a different hip flexor stretch, specifically more for your rectus femoris and your psoas. So you're gonna tuck your back foot under. Both legs are now at a 90-90. So that's a 90-degree angle. You're gonna scoop your pelvis into a posterior pelvic tilt, and you'll probably already start to feel a pull in the quad, and that's okay. Maintain at a contraction or a brace in your core, so your ribs are anchored down. Reach up your right hand again, but this time turn your hand away, twist the torso, and then lean on back. Oh man, that feels really good. I should just stay here. But we don't have time. So then after that, you're gonna do both sides, do a minute each. And if you're a golfer, a skier, or a cyclist, I recommend that you do that every single day because consistency is what's gonna make the difference. Then after you've done your other side, you might wanna try to stretch out through your calf. And it could just be as simple as, you know, doing a standard forward fold to where you dorsiflex at your ankle. That means pull your toes back towards your nose and then reach for your toes and take a bow. Or if you have a step or a staircase, you can go ahead and drop your heel and stretch through that. And the last stretch that you're gonna do before you get into it is gonna be a four square, and that's gonna help into the piriformis and into the IT. So you can cross your right ankle on top of your thigh, and you'll also do your left side, of course. Walk your bottom foot underneath, push your chest into the shin, and give it a nice, good, long stretch. Okay, so there's 3 stretches to do for knee health. Now, we're gonna go into some neural activation, okay? So, the quad set is a great way to start. All you're going to do is you can do the sitting down or lying down. You are going to concentrate by squeezing the quadricep muscle so fiercely and so hard that it drives straight into the floor. And you're gonna hold that contraction for at least a minute. This is called a quad set. And your objective is to try to take away all of the space between the back of your knee and the floor or the table or the bed, whatever you're using to push down into. So once you stay active, you're gonna really concentrate, get it working, and see how that feels. The next is going to be a glute set. So as you're here, you're gonna take your hands behind your knee, not on top of your knee, so this leg is relaxed. Your glute that you're activating is here on the right side because that's been our theme today. You're gonna relax your quadricep, but only fire into the glute. And when you're here, you squeeze it with everything you've got. If it wavers or you're unable to find it, know that that's normal, but it's something to definitely address.
Good morning, good morning. Hello.
Your gluteal muscles are the largest posture muscle in your body. It keeps you upright, it keeps you moving, it keeps you standing straight. And if your glutes aren't active, it's not a matter of if you're gonna hurt your knee or back, it's gonna be a matter of when you hurt your knee and your back. So you have to keep your glutes neurologically tuned in, turned on, so they can work for you. Can't stress that enough. And then you'll switch sides. You're gonna wanna do this contraction for at least a minute, maybe 2 minutes on each side, a couple times a day, again for your knee health. Then from here, you're gonna start to warm up, and we're gonna do glute bridges, not hip bridges. The difference is that this is specifically inside the gluteal complex and not into the back complex. So you're gonna find your posterior pelvic tilt, squeeze your glutes, and then lift up all the way. Good.
Your garage. I'm trying to turn on that. So loud. Shop 100.
Sorry, I've got people laughing at me. Now from here, after you've done about probably 50 repetitions, I'm gonna have you stand up and we'll begin to do more strength training. If you have a band, you can put a Versa band around your knees to help you with this, and a stability ball for your hamstrings. Okay. So put the Versa band around your knees, and you can find yourself in a low squat with your knees on top of your ankles, not in front of your ankles, and you're gonna step to one side, take a wide step back in, one side, and do that for about 2 minutes. With, again, the band around your knee. I'm going really fast. Okay, hamstring curl. Ready? Squeeze up, extend out, curl it in, bring it down. Up, in, down.
He's helping me at
Up, down. Let's do about 50. Do 50 of those. Then the next things that we're going to work on is probably backward walking and walking appropriately. Now when you're walking backwards, you're going to find yourself in a low squat, and you're going to dig in and find your roll off of your reactive center, your midfoot, and then your heel. That's really important. So especially if you're trying to engage the popliteus, and this is a muscle that really people don't pay attention to with their knee health, and you should, because if you want to keep playing and doing and all that stuff, you've got to keep that healthy. It's a muscle that wraps underneath and ties down into the calf, and specifically around the gastrocnemius. So when you're here and you're walking backwards, start off in a low squat, level your knees, and then think about centering your weight as you pull your toe back towards your nose. And walking backwards for about 10 minutes on the treadmill should do it. And then of course you have your regular basic hamstring curls on the machines, quadricep extensions on the machines, and when you're really feeling healthy, a proper squat is just wonderful for your knees. But without having proper guidance, you may not be in the right place to do a squat. So I would definitely find an instructor to keep you safe before you start adding load, because your form matters way more than the action. Okay, that went way longer than I thought it was going to. I'll see you next time. If you have any questions, go ahead and reach out to me directly. You know, the contact information is listed below, and see you tomorrow.